Hey you guys, welcome back to part 2 of this filthy rental deep clean. If you remember last week, this is where we stopped, and so I'm finishing off in the kitchen, scrubbing all the nooks and crannies of these cabinets. I did not even realize how bad they were until we got this little tool attachment in there, and it was next level filthy. So I'm going to wipe it down with my microfiber cloth and get it looking really, really good. I'm just going to add in there real quick that this little attachment is Rubbermaid and I got it from Target. So it's there. You can order it on Amazon. It has 2 little rotating heads and it is amazing. I want to remind you guys, if you didn't see part 1, I posted that just the video before, and it is over 30 minutes of just serious deep cleaning and the nastiest oven in America. So I'm just cleaning out all of the extra stuff here in the drawers. I just used some warm water with this microfiber cloth. Didn't have to get too crazy in here because it was pretty clean out. I had thrown everything away prior, but I just wanted to wipe the inside of these drawers to make it feel brand new. I think I mentioned they are trying to sell this little rental, so I was trying to get it ready to list.
As long as you're there, like the sun kisses the clouds, it's game on. Racing pulse, we get along. Game on, stay strong. All I wanna do is sail into you. Help me paint the picture, like the sun kisses the clouds. It's game on. I'm a clenched fist in the rain for you. A mental patient, half insane. It's you.
So with this oven, it was so nasty that I went ahead in the last video, as you saw, sprayed everything down and then went and worked on other things in the house. By the time I got to it, it had been a couple of hours of just having the spray cleaner on there and working through some of this grease and grime. In the last video, y'all saw how we completely cleaned the stove part, and now in this video, we're working on the oven. It was several hours that I actually got to the oven part. So it was able to scrape up very easily. I am just using a paint scraper because that was what is in the house. I think you can get them probably at the dollar store, but you do want to make sure that you don't scrape up the glass or any of the remaining part of the oven. After you scrape everything up, that's when I like to take a paper towel and just wipe up any of the nasty, gunky stuff before I bring in a washcloth and start actually washing it off. You'll see that at one point there were some parts on the actual oven, the floor of the oven, that would not come off, not even with the cleaner or a scraper, so I used the pumice stone and it came right off.
Racing pulse, we get along. Game on, stay strong.
kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
Back to using my warm washcloth with some soap on it, and I'm going to wipe down the little pantry over here and the door frames because they are obviously really dirty, and just get it looking really clean. We are going to have a painter come in here, so I wanted to make sure that the walls were somewhat prepped so they can just come in here and paint. Another recommendation I would have, if you are going to be cleaning even your house and you know you need to do a deep clean, or somebody else's house, I would recommend going to the dollar store, because some of these items get so used you will have to throw them out. So if you can get a lot of your supplies, not necessarily the cleaning chemicals and solutions, but like a scraper, some microfiber cloths, some brushes, things like that, get that at the Dollar Tree. That way you won't feel so bad when you just throw them away after each deep cleaning. I'm exhausted. I've been here since 10 o'clock and it's 5 o'clock now. Cleaning nonstop. So if hair grosses you out, I will tell you to look away. I am cleaning out the hair right now and just flushing it down the toilet because yuck, that's a lot of hair. And I am going to scrub. I sprayed, as you may remember in the other video, I used my Method tub and tile spray, and I sprayed the other bathroom and this one, and so it has been sitting on here soaking for a really long time, and I'm just taking my scrubber and just wiping the walls down and wiping everything down so it feels really clean in here. You guys, I have to totally ask you to forgive me. I forgot the clip on my tripod, so I have been using a handheld all day, and that's why I'm not able to give you guys the most amazing angles. But this is real life cleaning, and this is what I used to do, and I'm getting back into it. If you are wanting a good workout, do a whole house clean. I kid you not. You don't even realize it. Like this one, obviously I knew that I was gonna hurt the next day. But I have cleaned my whole house before, and then the next day, I cannot believe how much my legs hurt and my arms hurt. You use literally every muscle in your body, and I'm not kidding, to clean. Every muscle you don't even know you had.
You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original.
Coming into the little bathroom in here, funny story with this bathroom is when we lived here many moons ago, it actually looked totally different. We helped renovate it while we were here. I was cleaning in the kitchen and saw water under the cabinets and ran in and realized the drain was not hooked up to the tub properly and was flooding into our kitchen. So while we were here, we helped them renovate this bathroom. And I remember picking out the tile and this like sink area, and it just amazes me how much like our taste changed. Even when I was all into the farmhouse and shabby chic look, now I'm more into the modern and more minimalist look. It's just crazy how times change. So if you guys are ever renovating, always renovate with very neutral things, because it will cost a lot of money to change things as your tastes change. This is a beautiful little vanity area, but I probably wouldn't put it in my house now. So yeah, just always try to choose things very neutral. That's what we tried to do in our new house, because we knew we were going to sell it. That was the purpose of it. So some of the things in here I might not necessarily put in the new house that we're building, but it is going to definitely appeal to the masses when we try to sell it.
I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Real things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away our sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane.
I am not really sure what is on the bottom of this cabinet, but it came up very easily, thankfully. And this thing was sparkling and looking brand new when I was all done with it, which really makes me feel a sense of accomplishment and pride. That's one thing that I love about cleaning, is being able to step back and see it all done. I think that's my favorite part. And this may sound silly, but sometimes I will literally walk outside and then walk back in to see how everything looks all like fresh and new and just amazing. It just makes me feel so good about myself. I think that's probably why at even a very young age, I was always cleaning because it was something that was like almost instant gratification. I mean, I had to obviously do the hard work, but it felt so good to just stare and be like, wow, I did that, and it feels amazing. I've mentioned before that I have always loved cleaning. Even as a strange little 8-year-old, I was scrubbing tile floor with a toothbrush. Obviously not one I used, but I would stay up into the wee hours in the morning and scrub the tile floor. I have always been a caregiver. I have always felt like I was taking care of everybody, and cleaning was a huge part of that. I think now as an adult, I realize that was probably a way for me to control the kind of crazy situation we were in when we were little. So if your kids are, you notice, like really trying to keep their space tidy and they're trying to be in control of their little environment, you have to dig deep and try to figure out what is it and why are they like that. For me, it was a way for me to feel comforted. And I think for a lot of kids, I would have to agree that kids who like to have their things just the way they like it, it is a sense of control. And so it makes them feel safe and comforted. And I know that's definitely the case for me. So I didn't really realize that. I just thought I was a strange little kid. Even as a kid, I'm like, what other kids are sitting there scrubbing their tile floor with toothbrushes at 2 in the morning? But I was. I know that sounds so crazy, but I wish somebody would have noticed. Oh my gosh, I wish somebody would have noticed and said, hey, maybe this kid needs something, but that is okay. We live and we learn. And as an adult, the things I've gone through as a kid, I have tried to be really sensitive to my own children and the needs that they may have.
Oh no, I never meant to misbehave. Something about you makes me crave. You really are a different taste. I love that I don't know your name. Oh, save me. I'm a good one, getting worn out, need a fixation. I'm so ready for new mistakes. No, I've been looking for love instead, for someone I appreciate, and I've been paying price my way. I love that I don't know your name. Oh no, I never meant to misbehave. Something about you makes me crave. You really are a different taste. I love that I don't know your name.
I also want to add that I was a very anxious child and a very depressed child. I always felt like I had a really low energy. I always knew that I had a very sick stomach all of the time. And I honestly thought something was wrong with me. Even before school, my stomach would hurt so bad to where I thought I was sick. And then I would go back to bed and I would wake up and realize I feel totally fine. And I didn't know, even as a teenager, I did not know, not until I was an adult and I started to really reflect and think about things, and I realized that was just anxiety. So if your kids always have a sick stomach or always get homesick, try to go to a friend's house and you have to go pick them up, or before school their tummy hurts a lot. You guys, that is a tell sign of anxiety. And my kids actually have it, and I won't say, hey, this is anxiety, but I will say, you know what, the way you are feeling is completely natural and it is totally normal. And I teach them to breathe in 4 times slowly and breathe out slowly. It's the 4-5. And breathe in slowly 4 times for 4 seconds and breathe out slowly for 5 seconds. And it helps them, and it also helps reset our minds. So even as an adult, that is really beneficial. I still do it to this day. And when my kid says, oh, my tummy hurts, I'm like, that's okay. That's totally normal. I need you to do your breathing. And it's usually in the car line. They assume it's something they ate for breakfast, but as a mommy, I know it's just a little bit of anxiety. So I try to be extra sensitive with them and let them know that it is okay the way they're feeling. I try to validate their feelings and try to teach them that they can breathe through it. That way you're teaching them coping skills for anything in their life.
You can say what you want, but I know you hurt at night. But I tried and I tried and I tried to hold you tight. So I'm here tonight.
As you saw in the previous video, we vacuumed both of these rooms, and the stuff that came up was just mind-blowing. I mean, just absolutely mind-blowing. If you guys haven't seen the other video, and I mentioned this earlier, go ahead and, well, after this video, I'm going to have it on the end screen so you can go right back there and watch it. I will also put it in the description box, but go ahead and finish this video and I will have it on the end screen so you can watch it, because when we vacuumed this floor, the stuff that came up was unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we vacuumed both of these rooms, and I'm just going to wipe all of the door and the frames and the baseboards down and just make it look really good. As I said, like probably 5 million times, it's going to make it look so sparkly and new. But seriously, it made it look really good. Oftentimes when I know I don't have to tell you this, there's like, all of you probably don't care, and then there's a one that may, so I'm just going to say this to the one that may care. I do not show when I transfer the water. I don't always clean my entire house with the same bucket of water, and I definitely didn't do it with this house, so I don't put that on camera all the time. So there's a lot of things behind the scene that you don't see, like me constantly going back and cleaning out my rag and putting more soap on it or more hot water or whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to throw that little tidbit for the 1.5 of you that may even care. But yes, I do clean the water out of the bucket and refresh the water as I go through the house, because if it gets too nasty, I'm not going to just keep putting that nasty water on a clean, or what I want to be a clean floor. Oh, y'all, we are getting close. We are getting close. I can hear the angels singing, and I knew I was coming to an end. I mean, we got more of this video to go, but in my mind, in this moment, I can remember thinking, oh Lord, thank you. My body was screaming. All I had was Chipotle and a bag of chips and a coffee. Did you see how dirty my socks were? I threw these bad boys away when I left. But I was so happy. You can see it's dark outside now. It's probably seriously like 8 o'clock. This is how much time passes, believe it or not. It takes me a really long time to clean. I was here for 12 hours and I got over 6 hours of footage. And I'm able to break that into 2 30-minute, 35-minute videos. This one's not quite 30. The other one was over 35 minutes. Because that's because some of this right here is sped up 4 times. When I'm mopping, that's usually sped up 8 times. So if you get a little idea, that's why if you see, like just a moment ago, there was light outside and now it's dark.
Something's weighing heavy. Created too much pressure. This ain't healthy.
were all good, love was plenty. Now look at the cards, love has dealt me.
Here is a reminder. I showed this in my first video, how nasty and gunky this oven was, but let's just be really honest. The majority of Americans and anybody, their oven looks like this. Use foil or use some oven safe protector. It'll make your life easier, and it'll definitely make the landlord's life easier if you're renting. A little washcloth goes a long way to wipe down cabinets and just putting things away and cleaning up. Especially around these door frames, it didn't take any time at all, and I used my super clean to get all of the grease off the walls. It is all clean. It is about 10 o'clock at night, and it is looking so sparkly, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for watching today's video. I was really excited to show you how everything looks so clean, squeaky clean. I can even touch it. And I'm just thankful that you are here. I'm thankful that you're a part of my life. I don't take for granted that you are sitting here spending your day with me. Time is of the essence, and time is so valuable. And when you show up for me every Monday or when I post, it speaks volumes into my life. So from the bottom of my heart, I love you and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for weekly cleaning motivations. I could not do this without you, and you make my heart so happy. I hope I can meet you wherever you're at, whatever season you're at, and just let you know how amazing you are. You are loved, you are enough, and I am thankful. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!